Donald Trump wants to give you a tariff rebate check. And guess how much it is?
Do you want to start getting checks in the mail from the government thanks to Donald Trump and all the tariff money that he's bringing in? Well, lucky for you, Donald Trump says rebate checks might be coming to give Americans cash from all the tariff money.
Can I get your honest opinion? You know that tariff rebate check that Donald Trump wants to give us? $600 a person? Well, there is a bill introduced by John Hawley, and it's already been shot down.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I want to start by saying a big thank you to all our amazing subscribers. You're the heartbeat of this community. To everyone who's been sharing our videos, dropping those thoughtful comments, and engaging in our discussions, we see you, we appreciate you, and we love building this space together. And to the talented video creators on TikTok and other platforms whose visuals help bring these stories to life, your work adds so much richness to what we do here. Keep creating, keep speaking truth, and keep pushing the conversation forward. Now, picture this. Tariffs, those invisible taxes that Trump once swore would be paid by foreign governments, have been quietly siphoning money straight from American pockets for years. Families across the country have been groaning under the weight of higher prices, all while being told the opposite was true. And now, suddenly, Trump and some lawmakers are pushing for a bill that would give each family $2,400 in tariff rebates, plus $600 to each individual, supposedly funded from the money realized from tariffs. Sounds generous, right? But here's the catch.
Donald Trump just said we're making so much money that he's thinking about giving us a rebate. In fact, 3 days ago, Josh Hawley introduced the tariff rebate bill. And basically, it looks like we might be getting some money. I think every single liberal is about ready to fall in love with Donald Trump. I hope you didn't think I forgot about you. So it looks like we're getting $600 rebate checks. Rebates from the tariffs. Yep, you heard it. But first, we're going to probably pay down our debt first, like a good American citizens. And then we're going to get dividend checks. At least if Donald Trump has anything to do with it.
And the checks are coming in 2 weeks, just like everything else. $600. What am I going to do with $600? Oh, I know. I can use it to pay for the money the tariffs are already costing me. Yeah.
What's up, America? We're getting a stimulus check. Actually, it's a tariff rebate check, and Senator Josh Hawley and Donald Trump are proposing that right now. $2,400 to tax-paying American citizens. What do you think of that? That's right, so Doge checks aren't coming, but rebate checks certainly are, more than likely, as it's going to be Donald Trump, Josh Hawley, and several other people that are backing this. There's even some word, maybe a Democrat or two might even get behind it. Would you like $2,400 of a rebate check from Donald Trump in your wallet immediately? Do you think that would be fantastic to wake up and your bank account just says plus $2,400 all of a sudden after being banged out by Joe Biden and his policies for years? And corporate price gouging, don't forget.
Have you heard about that tariff rebate check?
Donald Trump is talking about giving tariff rebate checks to everybody in America.
Yeah, Donald Trump wants to give you a tariff rebate check. And guess how much it is?
As you know, it's $2,400 maximum for a household.
$2,400, my ass. You ain't getting shit. You know how I know? Because Senators Rand Paul, Ron Johnson, Bernie Sanders, and Chuck Schumer has already said no. Every single Democrat has said that they will not vote for you to get that damn check because they want to pay down the national debt with it. They said you don't need that damn check. These are the same people that claimed that those tariffs were a bad idea. And now they want to control how that fucking money gets spent. That's their damn debt. That's their wasteful spending. And they don't want you to have none of that shit. Can you believe that shit? Damn it.
The big problem? History. Trump's track record of breaking promises has Americans squinting hard at this proposal. Many still remember when he boldly claimed that China is paying the tariffs, only for economists, journalists, and even shoppers at the grocery store to point out that the real payers were U.S. consumers. Importers didn't absorb the cost, they passed it down the line. Every carton of milk, every imported phone, every appliance, prices crept higher, and Americans footed the bill. So when the same man now says he's ready to give back from tariffs, skepticism is the natural reaction. Critics argue the math doesn't add up, and even if it did, the amounts on the table are not as generous as they sound. In their eyes, $2,400 per family and $600 per person is less a gift and more like damage control, a shiny distraction to cover the fact that the tariffs were effectively a tax on Americans all along. Some voices on social media are even bluntly calling it an election bribe, pointing out the convenient timing and the vague details on how quickly or if these payments would ever arrive. Others are highlighting that with the massive economic ripple effects of tariffs, like job losses in certain sectors, higher cost of living, and trade tensions, this rebate feels like tossing a bucket of water on a house fire. Supporters of the bill, however, argue that it's a way of redistributing money back to the people, insisting that even if tariffs were costly, at least this plan aims to return a portion of the revenue to American households. But the doubts remain, especially among those who've been burned before by promises that never materialized.
Do you want to start getting checks in the mail from the government thanks to Donald Trump and all the tariff money that he's bringing in? Well, lucky for you, Donald Trump says rebate checks might be coming to give Americans cash from all the tariff money. But unfortunately, it's total bullshit and he's lying to you. Here's why. Howard Lutnick today, Trump's Secretary of Commerce, says rebate checks might be coming soon. He says, quote, tariff revenue is going to be $600, $700, $800, $900, $1 trillion. The president is thinking, look, I've created this value for our people. Why not find a way to share that money with the people? Right, and whatever happened to those Doge checks? Hook, line, and sinker, folks. Donald Trump is reeling you in. He knows that tariffs aren't actually going to give money to any American citizen because we will be the ones paying the higher prices thanks to Donald Trump setting the market higher based on everything we import being more expensive. Tariff checks aren't coming, just like Doge checks never came, just like Donald Trump never provided any tax relief to the American people. It was only skewed towards the top 1%. Donald Trump is not for you. Donald Trump is for the billionaire class. Get that through your head right now.
Can I get your honest opinion? You know that tariff rebate check that Donald Trump wants to give us? $600 a person? Well, there is a bill introduced by John Hawley, and it's already been shot down. But here's an interesting fact. The people that have shot it down, did you know that there are 30 people in the House of Representatives that have held that position for 40 years or more? And did you know the top 10 senators have held their position in Congress for over 40 years? And what's really amazing is our national debt was $1.83 trillion 40 years ago, 1985. And today it stands at $37 trillion. But what the fucking pisser is about the shit is these people that voted that you can't have that tariff rebate check because they want to pay down the national debt. And these are the same people that let that national debt go from $1.83 trillion to $37 trillion. today. We got to get rid of these elderly Congress people. We got to start having term limits. Because these people that's been in there for 40 years and spending our money any which fucking way they want to, and us little peasants can't even have a little piece of the pie when there's a few extra bucks, they need to go. Now that's just my opinion. Can you tell me what's yours?
And that's where we leave it today, at the crossroads of hope and hard-earned cynicism. On one hand, the thought of every family pocketing a couple $1,000s and individuals getting an extra $600 is tempting, especially in an economy where every bit helps. But on the other hand, the memory of who actually paid for these tariffs and the long list of campaign promises that never saw the light of day makes a lot of Americans hesitate to believe this is anything more than a political stunt. To our community, your voice matters here. Whether you see this proposal as a real opportunity to claw back some of the money drained by tariffs, or you think it's just a calculated move to smooth over economic resentment, share your perspective. Are you hopeful? Are you skeptical? Or do you see it as too little, too late? Thank you again to our subscribers, our first-time viewers, and the brilliant video creators whose work fuels these discussions. Your input shapes this channel, and we'll keep digging deep into the political moves, economic policies, and human stories that affect us all. Until next time, stay informed, stay vocal, and never underestimate the power of asking the tough questions. See you in the next one.